Hey, my name is Paige Dillistone.
I'm Caroline Green.
I'm Hattie Sumrow.
I'm Leah Swilly.
And we're FTPD.
Minus Megan.
Minus Megan Carlin. So 2 days ago, me and Caroline went to DigiFest in New York City, where we got to meet a lot of people and a lot of different YouTubers like Marcus Butler, and we got to meet Chad Greer, who is Nash Greer's dad. And we didn't have the greatest experience, and we talked to Nash's dad and we talked about how their experience was, and he was saying that they weren't having the best experience either. And so we got the idea that maybe Nash and Cameron were going to start their own tour. So we were thinking we should open up for their tour if they ever got on their own or started their own. And so we have specific reasons about why we should be openers for a tour like that. So while we were at DigiFest and talking to Nash's dad, he talked a lot about how, well, he didn't really talk about it, but we saw a lot of girls who were acting really crazy, and it became almost unsafe for Nash and Cameron to be there, so they cut the line off. If we opened for Nash and Cameron on a tour like that, we could be able to tell the audience the rules. Like, kind of tell them that if we went on tour with them, we would know them personally, so we could be like, okay, this is what Nash and Cam like. They don't like you to be crazy and insane. And those girls would relate to that because, how would they relate to that?
Because they all want to know them, like,
and
yeah,
and not yet.
They wouldn't know them.
And we know from this past experience, if you're calm, then they have a greater chance of meeting you, talking to you, taking pictures. But if it's crazy, then they're not going to be able to.
Yeah, so we could just go over like the safety of it and tell them, hey, you have a better chance of meeting them if you don't act like a psycho.
Good point.
So it would be a good way to introduce the rules safely, which didn't happen at DigiFest, and everything was just kind of chaotic.
Very.
We started this channel at the beginning of this year because we all knew, well, I knew that they were going to be going to college after this year. And so we kind of wanted a chance to have fun and make memories all together and get to do something fun for last summer and see if anything happens with it. And everyone deserves their first chance, and like any Viner or YouTuber that is going to all this stuff knows how hard it is to keep doing
Get started,
especially in Mississippi, especially for a girl group too.
We don't have fangirls like you guys.
We just want a chance to get to stay together for another year because they're leaving me.
So I hate to say the obvious here, but we are 5 girls that are around the age of 16, 17, 18, which is the age generally of most of these YouTubers and Viners like Nash, Cam, Jack and Jack, etc. So, I mean, you know, put 2 and 2 together. We're girls, they're boys. We just get along very well. And we're all around the same age. We have probably the same interests, the same sort of senses of humor.
That's it.
Anyway.
We have the humor of 8th grade boys. Not that they're 8th grade boys. Okay.
She has the humor of an 8th grade boy.
I eat like an 8th grade boy.
Yeah.
Moving on from the 8th grade boys.
So I think we could relate well to them, and I think that we get along well. And it was just a generally fun experience for all involved parties.
Nothing relates more to a fangirl than talking with her about her obsession. So that's what we could do with the audience. We could play games that included the guys and their likes and dislikes and just things about them, and like hype them up for Cam and Nash and everyone to come on.
That's the only reason we're friends.
It's
I
the
thought it was
this
because
group together.
we hated all of each other a little less than we hate everyone else.
That's
That's the real reason.
We hate our peers also. Get us out of this hellhole.
Help us! Please.
We need this. We need it.
Stop! A lot of people from where we are from don't get chances like these. And we want to be able, that's the whole thing about this summer that we've decided. We want to do something big and
defy the odds of Mississippi.
Do something that our town hasn't seen, because if people from our town actually saw these videos, we would be judged.
Social
and
outcasts.
Yeah.
More so than we already are.
We would be extremely thankful for this opportunity. It would be the best memories of our lives up to this point, the first
Before we go to college.
17, 18 years, before we head off to make new lives of our own. It would be something just completely memorable that would hold us together even more than we already are, and there'd be like no way to repay it. So
This is getting way too deep.
I'm Paige Dillistone.
I'm Caroline Green.
I'm Hattie Summer.
and I'm Leah Swilly.
And Megan Carlin couldn't be with us today.
And we are FTPD.
Okay.
This is what dreams are made of.
This is what dreams are made of. Hey, hey! Hey now. Hey now. Give us a chance.
She tried.